to upgrade his tornado.
He got the bottle a lot earlier. Like Ember still does not have his.
It's coming out right now.
Issue.
As actually first blood on that bottom side of the lane. I mean, any time that you're going up against a gyrocopter, there's always that threat of death, especially just as the disruptor hit into his level 2. So
Glimpsed. But Mirage is also coming through. So we're gonna get a big fight here.
oh, a huge one, and it's with a haste rune though for Mirage. The thing that what's the difference here? Good use of the cooldown coming through, hitting onto multiple heroes many times. Will still die on the gyrocopter though, and
this one
is actually it's not the greatest mix. It ended up getting the Shrine of Wisdom as well, so it could just be a 3-for-1.
maybe even more. Never mind. He's gonna leave the Void Spirit. But yeah, this was so basically, as you were saying,
could still happen.
Dire's top tower.
Got one remnant charge left, and they actually get the kill. Turnaround, nicely done, Jeezy. He's got LFT in his name, but shouldn't be if he's able to make plays like that, as they might end up getting another on the top of it. Yeah, Pugna caught out here. Glimpse level 3, so we'll have plenty to be able to just feed another kill over towards Mirage, who sitting up towards the top of the leaderboards. A bit of a misplay around the Wisdom Shrine. You could still look to try and kind of keep this up, at least until Gyro gets into that accelerated farm level, and once the Void Spirit has not only the Manta Style, but the Aghanim Scepter, I think that's when they're going to start going on the front foot. But it's Beastmaster that's the target right now.
damn, that took a lot of damage.
Should still die though on the Beastmaster. Pretty tanky with that help of the Dominator, but actually ends up get the kill? What?
Yeah, that was 5-for-1. I mean 5-for-1. 5 heroes came there to kill the Beastmaster. That's what I meant. And they still got and he still gets a kill on Invoker. So this is super worth it for Mixa.
They're making a little bit of a play here onto the Pugna. Will get caught, and he's already actually uses the decrep now, has the life drain available again, but shouldn't be able to channel it with that cold snap plus earn. But it actually is Mirage that's taking the majority of the damage here. End up going down as well. Won't need to use the 10-stick charge that he's got. He was dead meat, being revealed by that dust. So nice little reactive plays here, and I'm a little surprised, honestly, that Nefrit didn't end up using the Solar Guardian to join in. You can buy that you're gonna get away with doing something while invis, and that's a pretty juicy target, but Pugna's right there behind him. Won't be enough to be able to get the save. TP's coming in though. Mike limps back. No, they've already used it, so they're gonna go in and very, very nice reprisal here. Mirage still hanging around, potentially looking for that backstab with the Observer Ward in the lane to be able to go back in and make something happen, but it's going to be a 3-for-2 at this point. Still looking to try and converge onto this tower with the Helm of the Overlord, but it'll be enough. Nice use of the dust again to be able to catch out the sneaky Invoker. That will be the death of it.
Yeah, usually as Invoker, that's the gameplay that you want to have, but right now it's maybe even possible for Zero Tenacity to make a play. Once the BKBs are up, I feel like, I don't know what you have to do. You have to kite them like crazy to make your draft work out.
Trying to go for a bit of a backstab here. Doesn't end up connecting with the Tornado. They will get the Hoodwink and trying to potentially catch out Lelis there, but that is the Aghanim Scepter for the Eclipse coming through for the Lunar, and they're actually going to catch out Void Spirit as well inside of that Roar. Decent amount of damage actually coming through though. 4-2-3 and Nefrit are putting in some work, and Jeezy, he's going to be coming in with that Spirit Vessel trying to help out a little bit. Is it going to be enough though? 4-2-3 basically needs to do it all on his own. Might be doing a pretty decent job of it so far though. Looks like he's just trying to retreat, push out the wave, prevent them from going up onto that high ground, because the two dangerous cores in the Ember Spirit and the Luna were still alive.
Honestly, this fight was like really damn good for Zero Tenacity. The way it started and the way it went.
Hold on. Ooh, just able to get away on 4-2-3. Didn't connect with the slight chains.
They have ulti on Luna in 10. They might still catch him.
He's got Satanic available. We'll use it to break out of the Searing Chains. Respawn's coming through. Set has the Solar Crest, but that's only going to do so much when you've got that magic damage coming through and no BKB on this Gyrocopter. He's going to try and stand his ground, but like we were saying before, no Satanic. It was used to just try and escape and get back to the rest of his team. And
nice meta dodge. Nice meta dodge on the glimpse, but irrelevant really, like nothing happened there. But really cool play overall from OG, the fact that they knew the Tagonings is coming
quite some time, so he could still potentially die if it's a dead-on Eclipse.
I mean, what are the other options, right? Like, there is nothing that you can do that's better, I would say. Like, you can buy some Glimmer as well and someone pop it on your hero. Walker,
so can try and make a jump here. All combinations used together. Pugner doing his best to try and get the space to be able to get a life drain off for the Beastmaster, but not going to be successful. Bit of a backstab happening though, with Hoodwink coming alongside the Ember Spirit, but will just be a little bit too late. They at least clean up though. Mixer able to get the kill onto Se.
Both teams.
I mean, it's happened way too many times that he's just been moving forward, Jeezy. So this time around, they're setting up to be able to spot out any kind of Ghost Walk shenanigans that he's moving forward, and OG, they're the ones making the play.
I think Stoikov needs a dust. Like, he needs a dust in his inventory. That's the only difference here. But they might run into Gyro. They see him.
He's getting caught out here. Decent saves, but look at that damage coming through. Ag's already used, and they ended up using the Raw after the fact, so he's able to get off everything, but it means he's also used everything, and yeah, Gyrocopter just ends up falling down. Barrage nowhere to be found, and he actually might get caught out here. Daze was looking for the catch, and will be able to at least hit him with one Acorn, but it's not going to be enough. Ends up using himself as a little bit of a celebration, perhaps. I'm going to call it that. Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the time you're just clicking where you know he is, and you click yourself if he's out. But overall, yeah, like a really good smoke from OG. Invoker, once again, I feel like he's gonna get popped.
Spotted out the Hoodwink though, very squish, but looks like he'll be able to get away from this. And how long until the Eclipse? It's only up in another 7 seconds, so they're still getting kills despite that. And Void Spirit might be able to get away, he might not. That Manta style not going to be able to do enough to do it, and they just drop the hammer. Why not? And I mean, do you even need to go to Roche? I don't think so. You've got everyone up.
Dude, the Fogged voice line is the best voice line that I have heard. And also, it's so cool to hear it from Fogged, you know, like...
Yeah.
In any case, you mentioned this before. Towers, objectives, they melt. This could be 2 sides, or at least another tier 3. Gyro is up, but Void Spirit isn't for 20. I think this is another side, honestly. You just don't fall back. And now you
down to try and scare them away, and yeah, why not? You've got a minute and a half where it's still on that
30 now. Like, this ulti needs a longer cooldown. It's kind of silly. Yeah.
Oh, they caught out Invoker. Has buyback if he ends up going down here, but the sharpshooter does not connect. Gonna need Void Spirit back here this time, contributing to the team fight. Glimpsing in the Luna. Might be able to kill the Aegis. Still has 15 seconds left for it to be available. Has the BKB, and they do not have a Dawnbreaker. He's got Satanic available. Need to time it with the Eclipse coming through in 1 second. It uses it a little bit early, so if he gets caught out and kited, this could just be a turnaround back onto the Gyrocopter. No BKB, no life for anyone. Invoker goes down, Disruptor will go down with the dieback, and GG is called as Mirage does his best to try and escape with his life, and will do so, but the game goes the way of OG.
I would say this is a bit of an outplay, a bit of...
Alright, I mean, it's an interesting draft. The old school Fnatic days where Excalibur filled in for them at some BTS event and they just let him pick whatever he wanted and they base their draft around him, basically. And I think it's a similar sort of thing. The newest edition is the one that gets what they want. They get the comfort. And if they're not going to go Invoker, go his second best hero in the Phoenix.
Absolutely. Just it makes everything easier when you don't really have a general plan of how the game should be played. You just play how you're playing all the time in pubs. And, it makes sense.
Bit of a fight about to break out, potentially. I mean, the smoke just
have
breaks.
Fissure.
With Day's actually the one to go onto the front line. That is a ballsy place to be with a squishy hoodwink, and should end up going down from that. It's Seth that gets the first blood once again, but it costs them a Morphling to be able to do so, and it'll probably be even more so with Storm Spirit ending up getting taken down as well. And well, they know it's that big roller coaster of damage potential for the Phoenix as well. Fire Spirit still on cooldown for the next 30.
Mid lane at least is fun. They're keeping each other really low. Just no kill potential
An amount of
on these
harassment out
heroes.
here from Lelis on the bottom side. He's actually, I was surprised how low Stoikov's actually gotten. Using the most out of that water rune was Mirage. 3-minute bounty runes coming up, but can't be leaving the lane. Too much damage scaling potential coming through. Looks like Mirage should be fine enough. Actually pinging towards the mid lane, perhaps anticipating a dive coming through, and that's why the Phoenix is TPing in. Trying to catch him off guard, but doesn't really have anything. Yeah. Is the blood grenade enough?
Still.
Looks like it just is. He was winding up for that second raise, and it probably would have been enough to be able to take out the...
He's baiting them super hard. 4-2-3 is so damn good, by the way. So far, at least. I don't want to jinx him. But I've been watching this lane, and he baits out all the damn spells and morphs just in the right time. He's been baiting out Bushwhack like 4 times in a row now.
Much more applicable once he's up to level 3 as well, just for that really quick shift coming through there. So we see a few movements come away, and it's SF again that ends up going down. Nice movement coming through from Jeezy, and this is the comfort that we were talking about. A man that just knows how a certain play is able to work, and they ended up getting a triple as a result of it. So nicely done, already up to level 4, 4 3/4 actually on this Phoenix, and gives him a full Tranquil Boots as well. So
the ancient block is very important here. Like you said, the stacks usually are taken by the Shaker. It's what allowed this hero to become so popular recently. Yeah.
This is the Pango and the Morphling fighting against each other. Nice little use of the Bushwhack there from the trees as Days.
Gets him so much closer to the Blink Dagger. Doesn't really have to do a lot until that point. There are...
What else? That's level 5. He's got the Scurry available, but the kinetic field...
SF though.
Are in top, and that's what Thresh is going to be able to have. They are glimpsing
Shadow
back.
Fiend?
Shadow Fiend's... Oh, how did that miss? The Fire Spirit hits though, and so does the Sun Ray, so Jeezy on a killing spree on the Phoenix. 3, 0, and 5. Trying to make that sort of thing happen. Glimpse coming back for the Shadow Fiend pretty soon. Not dropping the Static Storm for it though. A lot of ultis being used. Will be enough probably to be able to kill that SF. He's ticking out slowly. He's going to just get away perhaps. Glimpse coming up in 2 seconds. 1. SF not quite in range to be able to get it, and Nyx is going in. He wants to try and pick up something else, but he's left on an island on his own. SF feels obligated to be able to help out, but no one dies after that entire engagement. Even Disruptor getting away on about 5 HP.
They have Echo.
Look. Surely this is the kill. Washbuckle came up in 1 second, and just come up a little bit too late. So, how many ultis was that? Whoop. Take that about 6. Spell usage isn't perfect either. I mean, I'm starting to bring some people down here. Might just drop the Echo to try and kill it. Have the Glimpse to be able to get it back? No. 3 seconds left on that cooldown. Storm Spirit still half of the map away, and they're going to get the Morphling instead. They're just not playing together on Zero Tenacity right now.
Storm? Okay, never mind. Yeah, like you said, they're just not playing together. They're making some disconnected moves constantly.
It's still somewhat useful against, let's say, a Phoenix that might be diving in.
Yeah, I think that's also an option. Might just tank up as well. He's going for a shard next. You know, I mean, it might be enough. Like, he might be able to live anyway. No echo though.
Ends up catching a clear after it gets put back into the hands. He's dead. Tango, nicely done. Looking for more. It's position 5 Dawn, so why not continue going down? Not as beefy as you might expect, as Chad slowly slithering his way towards the team fight with the Skadi, so he is certainly a scary prospect if they were looking to man fight, but they've got what they wanted, and they're going to get on the retreat with Nefrit using the downstream current to be able to get away, and finally, this should result in them being able to secure the tower.
Yeah, they're converging. SF is not ready. Medusa, even with the Skadi, needs to be very careful here. We have Echo as well.
Oh, that's a hoodwink that's gone way too deep, just trying to get a cheeky pick off onto the disruptor.
What?
Medusa's gone into 5. Everything's being dropped to be able to take her out. Ends up getting off the Stone Gaze, but should still end up dying to the stun coming through from the Phoenix. And it was an unnecessary commitment coming through there with SF not ready at all for that team fight.
Yeah, I mean, he saw every single hero. He was working with all the vision because they were killing Hoodwink. And then he just decides to go in and use the stack on Morphling. I mean, even with the Shaker just blocking her with Fissure, so he knew that Nefrit was also nearby. Lelis now falls as well. I mean, Zero Tenacity were falling apart last game. This game it looks like OG.
Storm though, out of mana. Up just going a little bit too deep into 3, and they're trying to get a little bit of reprieve here. Nice stun coming through there from Nefrit. Now focusing him down. Will they be able to follow up on this one though? BKB being popped, that's not the way that you want to use that first one.
Glimpse.
The glimpse is being used as well. Nicely done by Set. They're going to be able to get Daze's Hoodwink as well. Fisher makes an absolute certainty of it.
She's alone again.
Well,
kinda.
She's alone again. He's got a +1, but no Rolling Thunder to be able to make plays with. Any ultimates coming up soon? Not really, just the Static Storm available, and they've...
Bion Medusa, but you kinda need it. Morphling has a butterfly. This
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're just gonna go straight into the pit, or are they maybe looking for a pickoff beforehand? They've got no great vision on the Radiant side of the map right now, so they're just gonna need to use their bodies for this purpose. They'll see Deucer Illusions hanging around, so guess as to where it might be, and it's going to be Daze that gets picked off. The exact one that they were wanting, and they haven't picked the glimpse yet, so they're going to be able to bring it back inside of the Static Storm. There's that early antagonism shot coming through as well from the Phoenix, so being able to pop above the second Sun Ray if necessary. Still wants more. Deuce is still out of mana. And the Echo Slam comes down too. Will the response come through though? That's a big Requiem being charged up. Might enable the Deucer to live. He's basically on no life at all and ends up going down at the very end. They've used a lot of everything on OG's side. This is a magic SF, not a right-click one, so will he be able to have the sustained damage to be able to take out 423's Morphling? It seems like the answer is no. Just dodging out every little ability is Mirage as well on the front line. Sid, give me a lot of the attention and let the rest of my team do the work. Shaker if they can, but he's got the BKB now. They all have BKB with the exception of Morphling, and he's got the second life. It's going to protect him until he farms up that next big item for himself.
Good positioning overall from Zero Tenacity. Storm up front, maybe not.
Storm.
Maybe isn't the best target though. Yeah.
They can't 100.
Maybe they can.
Maybe they can. Okay. Shows what I know, as they're looking to try and get an additional. It's actually a pretty big kill if they're able to get it onto Jeezy, and it is a wicked sick going the way of Mixer. 900 gold going his way, and the gem off the top of that. And they might look to maybe go for more. Atos coming through, doing their best, and they do end up taking out Mixer, who just went a little bit too deep with Morphling using the Replicate to be able to turn into the Hoodwink and turn a lot of that damage back against it.
Medusa now needs to either go bottom for rush because it's daylight, or go to defend. Like I mean, you're gonna lose the Raxes by the time you get back.
Yep. If they don't take it that quick, they're gonna need to absolutely defend. Otherwise, it'll be almost guaranteed 2 lanes of Rax going the way of Zero Tenacity. They just get the mid range for now. As trying to actually get a quick pick off onto the Phoenix, but I'm not sure how effective that's going to be. Him hanging around with the rest of the boys. They've caught out the Medusa, but Again, there's just so many ultimates available. They've got this great ward that's still there for the full duration that just has complete vision. Do they have any smokes available on Zero Tenacity? They don't. So they're just going to need to walk up into it if they were looking to try and contest this. They could just go through that top lane. It's a juicy creep wave that they've got. Double siege as well. They won the fight. They're going to go in onto the Medusa. Wasn't able to pop anything because it's the Ag Static Storm that's about to expire. Run out of mana, so can't pop the BKB now. Even got chain stunned after the fact. Still doesn't have BKB mana and is able to get taken down. But it's a lot of damage going back the other way coming from the SF. The Death Requiem ends up taking out the Morphling, and, well, it's a lot that they were able to recover for Dusa, doing basically nothing that entire team fight, but still, overall, strong winners of that would have to be Zero Tenacity, with Nefrit getting the triple kill to just put a nice little bow on it.
Yeah, they could complete his Aeon Disc as well, which is something. It's not
big.
like... Yeah, it helps for sure.
Oh, that's a very, very quick kill onto the Hoodwink. Didn't have any vision at the time, that was just running into him. Have any Observer Wards 1 on set. They might look to try and drop a little bit deeper here. They actually catch out the Pangolier and end up dropping everything just to make sure he's taken out. That Aeon Disc, it's coming in clutch for him. Going to be able to live a little bit. We'll drop the second Echo Slap to be able to take him out. Oh, he's still alive though. Ends up getting off the Rolling Thunder, but he's caught. He's doing burnouts inside of that little corner, but Dusa this time around is able to dish out a little bit of damage here. It's a level 25 Morphling, so he's got that lower cooldown on the waveform and will be able to get away with a lot more regularity.
Shaker!
There's a... Oh. Ends up
That's
getting
Shaker.
caught. He's got the buyback available. And Roshan has been down there for long enough that he's making his way back up top. It's going to be an advantage for OG, being able to fight around their outpost area. Although, he's in control of Zero Tenacity at the moment, actually. Pick. He's the only one to win TI 3 times.
Oh, absolutely, he is. I mean, there are some flashier players, I think that's why.
He's going in onto 2. They're going all in, and they're going to use the ulti from the Dawn to try and save, but he ends up ulting into the Disruptor ulti. Will he be able to get off the refresh to be able to use it again? He's on 1 health with the Helm of the Undying, so will be able to if they need it. They're going to end up getting him at the end of the day, plus the Shadow Fiend. They end up getting away, end up popping the Stone Gaze as well, doing his best as Mixer to try and just keep them isolated, but it's into an amp damage. It's into 4 people just wailing in onto him, and they finally ended up breaking into the base. It was just off the back of a ballsy initiation coming through from Mirage, breaking their backs once again, and that Deso doing a little bit of damage into the racks and finally giving them some passive pushing power inside of the base. 1 buyback being used just on the position 5. Probably going to get a second, although that's a nice little initiation coming through. Ag Static Storm again onto Shad. He's used all of his cooldowns already, and he's barely getting tickled by a lot of this damage coming through. Again, the Sunray doesn't do much at all. And they're going to get in on the Storm. Yep, Helm of the Undying coming through. Is he going to potentially do a little bit further? I mean, he's going to dive a little bit further away. Not that it's going to change much of anything. Could think of better heroes to give it to, like the Shaker, perhaps, just so that he's not tickled by a little bit of wayward damage and can still actually get the blink off at the start of the fights. They're actually going to initiate in onto Shad. It's a really early use of the BKB. They end up being able to take out the Disruptor, and they'll get the Morphling possibly as well, but he's hanging out around his Supernova, so he should be A-okay. They're going to want to go back in. They choose the Pangolier as the main target, and they're going to be able to potentially get him as well, but pops the Ghost Scepter, gets the Refresher, use of the Solid Guardian by the Dawnbreaker as well, and they actually up taking out the Morphling's first life. Egg ends up going down. They've still got 2 uses of the Echo Slam, finally uses 1 onto the Pangolier, and we'll get the first life out of him. We'll get the second. That's no buyback on both Pango and the SF, and the Deuce is going to go down. Deuce has the buyback, but that's the Rapier on the deck. There's only so much that a Deucer plus 2 supports is going to be able to do. The Morphling does the Shaker after the buyback. They're still kind of just hanging back a little bit. I mean, Morphling still has the buyback, so there's no real need for him to do it. Just walks on forward, uses the Disperser, starts hitting into some of these towers. It's just a question of when the Glyph needs to be used, and It's now 40 seconds still left here, and they just want to control the Medusa. They're happy to let Morphling just hit into these towers while they control, and this game is done. There's nothing that they can do about it. Finally, 72 minutes in, 46k net worth lead, at Zero Tenacity get the balls to go up onto that high ground. They take 2 really successful team fights.
Like, you just round your draft up nicely. You lack some damage, maybe. They just go back to what we talked about 5 minutes ago, right? Like, they go back to the Timber.
It is a mix of Timber. That's not going to be the case. Early Metamorphosis just to dissuade them as well for continuing the chase, but it means that when he hits that level 3, probably won't have that meta damage to try and go for a kill. So while you don't give up the first blood, it does mean that Mixer should be primed for a really good time in this lane without the risk of dying.
Yep, that was a weird one. Naga just going in. But also keep in mind that Timber doesn't have your classic build without reactive armor. He already has reactive armor, so his like aggressive stance is not as strong. He cannot get these skills this early on. He needs level 3 as well. Mirage?
That's really low on the Sand King. Stoikov doing his best to try and just get up in the face, and it's first blood down bottom. Nefrit able to get the first blood in onto Shad. I mean, whenever you're able to use Cold Snap into the Pit of Malice, I think he got 2 procs out of the Pit of Malice there.
Send, and then I didn't. We had the same idea.
Here we go, TP's coming up top. There's 4 people here on Zero Tenacity. They want to get this kill onto Mixer. They realize how good of a game he's having. He actually doesn't have a single point in Timber Chain, so he's just going to be dead meat.
Yeah, even if he had, right, like, you just get impaled. You just get impaled, like, he won't be able to use it. It's kind of too obvious. But yeah, in any case, mid lane.
He is not going to go down. The uphill miss, excuse me, by Lelis there, and they might look to get aggressive here onto Mirage, who jumps away just in time, but not quickly enough to be able to get away from the Rolling Thunder. Coming to gank him unless he's massively out of position. Snapfire doesn't have ultimate to be able to make plays with just yet. So what is the best
maybe
thing that
bait
you can
with
do?
Sunder. You can bait with Sunder on top, right? There we go.
Oh, well. He was massively out of position, so that helps.
Yeah.
They also saw Daze looking to place down that sentry ward, but it's slightly out of range, so it doesn't catch the observer ward that's covering that Tormentor area, so...
Timber is a problem though already. As well, look at him. Mixa taking the stacks.
Sand King's coming though. Blink is on the courier about 5 seconds away maybe. Still connects with the stun. Going to have enough to be able to take out this Timber, and again, this is where just that point of Timber Chain might have been able to help him. Just had that bit longer so that the Rolling Thunder could come on through. Sand King taking a lot of damage to the face, but they still end up living, and Stoikov's actually the one that's in danger. Go for a blind use of Swashbuckle, but he already committed far too heavily and ends up going down, so Zero Tenacity, 5-1 lead to start this game 3.
Yeah, he needed that level 7 for sure, nicely. Invoker, top.
DK, he has no mana to be able to play around with. Not even enough for a Breathe Fire, although nice stun actually coming through there from Mirage to be able to take out the DK. Okay, ends up just falling off the back of the urn, coming through Jeezy and a right click. They want more, yeah, Snapfire. This is one of the other areas of weakness that you have, is that if you get caught in the middle of a team fight, you are squish, and so is the Pugner. You can be as fast as possible, but he's slowed down by the Stinger. He's slowed, a lot of damage coming through from the Sunstrike, doing his best as Lelis and really making him work for it, but at the end of the day, the damage is undeniable coming through. BKB, these are fighting items, they are not farming items, and they have not done a lot of fighting right now on OG's terms. They're going to try for Nefrit though, hanging around, reducing a lot of the damage, and will he be able to just TP away? No, not quite. Mirage didn't end up fully committing. I don't think they've got the damage for him to continue to do so. So he does, just to try and take out Shad, and that'd be a pretty decent pick if they were able to get it, and they do. End up taking out the enemy carry. Still has the essence ring that he's able to pop. A couple of bottle charges left. Might try and just blow up the creep wave and then Burrow Strike away. Where's Naga in all of this? That's what I want to know. Like, this is what
Chillin'.
it's kind of designed for. And Blink Dagger on Naga Siren as well is the item that's been purchased up by Seth. So
Look at him!
Really
They don't see him!
Oh.
Okay, that's... yeah, that's a tip right there. I can't believe that he managed to get away.
Why you let the man
yeah,
players pause for Invoker Lid. Don't have Underlord though. Like, he is completely on the other side of the map. He just used the Fiend's Gate. I mean, I guess they don't know exactly where he is, where he TP'd to with that Fiend's Gate. If they try and get another quick pick up onto Daze, nice 4-star, just to be able to keep him safe. And Mixer needs to be a little careful here.
On paper, you should go back. Right? Like, no Underlord, like you mentioned. This is kinda... yeah, interesting from Zero Tenacity.
TV illusions though, right? Going in. Still no BKB wanting to be popped just yet. Got the potential for the Sunder, but not popping it. He's surviving though. So a lot of this damage coming through. Still doesn't, so no Metamorphosis for the second life. Where's the damage actually going to be coming through consistently? You pick off one support, but kind of a little deep here on Mirage, and he might get picked off here. Shad, he's able to pick up a really clean kill onto the bottom side of the map and take away a lot of this farm. Underlord finally shows up to the fight. Big aura man himself, but wasn't able to pop the pipe, wasn't able to have that atrophy aura running during the entire team fight. Would have been what enabled them to get up into that high ground, but instead, just backing off. Going back to their high ground, making sure that OG can't leave their base. Might even look to yoink away the Wisdom Shrine from them that's spawning in about 30 seconds.
It's just that Invoker is so damn strong right now. Like, you have this Ghost Walk Hex initiation. Base is just gone.
Should be.
Plus one.
That damage! That damage coming through for the DK! So low. Lelis just getting the save off there, making sure that Shad lives to fight another day, but he's not able to walk through that pit of malice. He's still got a couple of seconds left until he's got that blink available. Might look to jump onto the Invoker, and does. The amount of quick damage coming through. There's a buyback on Daze. The damage that's coming out. So, do you want to go the Metamorphosis just to make some of the sieging a little bit easier? Do you want to go the lower Sunder cooldown? Actually, they're looking to find out on the Invoker, and it's a pretty decent backline disruption coming through here from the Pangolier, forcing some BKBs to be popped, but he needs to get out of dodge, because that damage coming through is going to smash into the Pangolier, and the Sunstrike actually connects as well. DK, he's isolated in the middle of all of them. That Pit of Malice just catching onto the end of the Timbersaw. He's level 25, he's able to get away with that extra speed coming through from the Timber Chain, but with that, another successful team fight, and once again, it's taken around a high-value objective. They go into the Roche Pit. This is number 3, so they're going to get the cheese, they're going to get that refresher, and they're going to get Mixer as well off the back of a move to Jeezy.
The game, I think, like, you had Medusa in game 2, all about the Medusa, right? This game 3, Dragonite is a side character, at most.
Well, speaking of him, they found him and they forced an early BKB out, and they're going to be very happy with that. Again, you've got the refresher available on Sand King. Although they found him, he actually walked outside of his invis for a second there. That's just the thing, you pop the Song of the Siren, the damage from the DK just completely goes away. And now you're in a perfect position to just counter it. Mixer is just getting blown up from start to finish. Doesn't have that buyback available. The refresher's being popped. They're going in even further. And they're going to knock OG down to the lower bracket off the back of this. Dead, and Zero Tenacity. In pretty convincing style this game. There was no second guessing from them. They got their mojo back in that game number 2.
Well, definitely some tenacity in this series. Nice gameplay overall, nice drafting, nice gameplay. I think this Invoker in game number 1 perhaps didn't look as impressive because, in my eyes, Invoker in game number 1...
You are doomed! I hate like